Leonard signed a 3-year, $103.1 million deal that includes a player option for the 2021-22 season. The Athletic, the first to report it. Brian Windhorst here to break down the Kawhi contract. And Wendy, how are people around the league reacting to the fact that Kawhi committed to the Clippers for only 2 years?
Matt, have you seen what the 2021 free agent class is now looking like? This is now what executives are talking about. We were talking about 2019 for the last year. Now we're going to be talking about 2021 because of what Kawhi Leonard was able to do. This was a stunner. People in the league, they understood why the Clippers spent so much in assets to make this deal to get Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They were quite surprised that they only got Kawhi to commit for 2 years. And now we have a 2021 on the horizon to keep an eye on.
Wendy, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about 2021. It's 2019. We just did all of this.
I know, for sure. But, Kawhi has sort of put it out there that he wants flexibility. And, yes, he will get to the 10-year mark. And, yes, financially it makes sense. But it also clears the way for him to create another super team if he wants.
All right. Earlier today on ESPN.com, a story posted that you wrote about how this was the summer of leverage. Kevin Durant was among those who used their leverage. How so?
Yeah, well, I just mentioned Kawhi using his leverage on a 2-year deal. Kevin Durant refused to go on a sign and trade to the Nets without making sure that the Warriors paid a first-round pick. He could have gone to the Nets straight up. He didn't need to do a sign and trade with the Warriors. But when he heard that he was just going to be traded for D'Angelo Russell, he said, from what sources have told me, that's not enough. You got to put something else in the deal. And so the Warriors did. They put a first-round pick in the deal as well. And that just shows you right now, if you are willing to go to the wall and use your leverage, you can drive a great bargain. We've seen it all summer long across the league.
We're kind of on watch now for the Thunder. We know they're in rebuild mode. Russell Westbrook and OKC, they seem to be motivated to find his way out of town because Paul George skipped town to play with Kawhi. What's standing in the way of a deal? Because there's a ton of smoke around Miami.
Yeah, well, the issue is really simple. The Heat, under league rules, cannot take on any more money. And the Thunder, if they're going to trade Westbrook, not only want good young pieces, but they want to move money off. And that makes an impasse between these two teams. So one of two things has got to happen. One, they're going to have to find a third team to take some money in this deal, and that team's going to have to be compensated, and I don't know which side would compensate. Or secondly, Oklahoma City is going to have to do Westbrook a favor and lower their ask to send him where he wants to go. And quite frankly, I don't see Sam Presti doing it. So we could have a drawn-out process here to get this type of deal done.
Wendy, I don't want to see one story about the free agency class of 2021 until the holidays.